I'm Michael Bro, and I've decided to start recording some videos to talk about my work and where I'm at, and to start a Patreon to ask for support to help me keep making games. Well, really to help me get back to making games, because I haven't been doing so much lately. I was very ill for a while, and I'm a lot better now, but not 100%. I still don't always have as much energy as I used to, and maybe that's just how it is now, and I can just figure out how to still work under the new conditions. It's life. But yeah, with that and with parenting, which is amazing and beautiful, but takes just a lot of attention. I've been really struggling to get the kinds of extended periods of focus that I really need to do the kind of work that I was doing. None of my games so far have been like a hit. It's the kind of, probably if you're here, you're familiar with my work, but if not, I make a variety of games, but I'm most known for a series of very small scale roguelike dungeon crawls. Saga 33, 868 Hack, Sync Pass, and Imbroglia, which they're all on just much smaller screens than you usually see in a dungeon crawl, and I mean, it's a way of focusing the design. I almost feel like it's a shortcut to have the interaction interesting, but if such shortcuts are there, then why not take them? But I've also made some action games and puzzles and just psychedelic stuff. Where was I? See if I can cut this section out when I come back. Oh, who cares? But this is me, so I'm just thinking what to say as I'm saying. So I was just saying that the games that I've made, they're a lot of different things, but there's a lot of people who like them, but not a lot of people. Just they're what people call cult. There's a bunch of people who really like them, and nothing too mainstream, but it's business-wise, it's always hard to know what to do. I've seen people try for the mainstream, oh yes, this is, and they think that they're making a completely safe bet because it's what everyone's doing, and you've got to focus your own voice and really do what you can do better than anyone else, or uniquely to you. But at the same time, I I haven't succeeded so far in like finding the intersection between that and what really like connects with a lot of people. But it felt like I was getting there. Like I was making a lot of games and getting a lot of wisdom and insight into it. Like I felt like I was really getting a really good handle on how to put the mechanics together, and I was connecting that to some extent with what would sell, or like what other people got. But then I got sick, and then I always felt like maybe the next one would be like it, but then the next one was just like a really small one, P1 slate. It's like, it's nice, but it's, and then the next one after that, like I've got several prototypes that I've made since then, but none of them really cut it. Like every game that I've released, there's been several experiments behind it that I was excited about for a while, and then just turned out to not really come together. That's just like the process. It's always the way. It's always like it's like a bit emotional, because you get attached to what you're working on, and you have to be excited enough about something to really put the energy into starting it, and then it was easier when I had more time to focus, and like I didn't get as attached to each one, because I knew that I'd have a new prototype or something else soon, and that one of them would work. But it's been tough the last few years, because I just really like making stuff, and I've worked a lot on refining Smestorp, my last like big-ish game that I made, and really like fine-tuning the balance of it, which is like there's like a dozen people who really are into that game, and it's still playing it a few years later, and especially Reagan Burns, if you've ever met him, he just like goes on about it. I met him once at GDC, and the Game Developers Conference, and he's lovely and so sweet. But I was just like a bit like, whoa, this guy really likes my work. So you're probably watching this, Reagan, and like, thanks, love you. And like, sorry, I was just like freaking out when I met you, but like, we'll meet another time and just like, where was I? I've got some like quite cool ideas that I think are like really cool, and I'm a little scared to like actually develop them too much, because like half the time, slightly more than half the time, you get to the point where you realise they're not only cool as an idea. But I'm pretty confident that I know how to make and release a game. I've done it many times, so I'm very confident that I can make something new that'll be like a good game. But I'm actually pretty confident that I'll be able to make something that will be like really come together, like really like but I need more time, and like these days it's been like there'll be like a week or two where I like am consistently getting a few hours, at least a few hours every day, and some days more, and like something comes together. But then just like I lose the thread. Like things come up, and like start working too hard, and then the fatigue comes on again, and then and then a month has passed and I open it up again and I'm just like, I don't even know where I was at. So I need to be able to afford like enough space to work in and enough help with like childcare and cleaning. I could say food preparation, but like I love cooking. I don't want to give that up. But like enough of the day-to-day tasks that I can like really consistently be working on something and not overdoing it, because every time I've like really gotten stuck into something, then I start working too hard, and then it gets bad again. Like I just run out of energy. And I find like in the middle of the afternoon I just wake up on the floor and I'm just like, what happened? I just fell asleep here, and I really need to pace myself, but like it needs to be consistent, or else I lose the thread of what I was working on. And so we're having another baby, and that will obviously make that very difficult, and like these things are never like 100% a decision, but it felt like the right thing for our family at some point, and here it is now. So but I don't. They say every child is different, so I don't want to be too overconfident. But we learnt a lot from the first one, and I feel very capable of giving good care in a way that's consistent with also being able to work and look after myself. I'm a very good parent. Like it's maybe feels a little arrogant to say that about myself, but a lot of friends have told me, and like you just have to be a bit confident. And I'm like, maybe this like, so I'm from New Zealand, and in New Zealand, like you do not talk yourself up. You just like it's just really bad, and that's actually one of the things that's been a challenge to me as an artist, as and promoting my own work that like the Americans just like culturally they just learn like intuitively to just be really confident, and it's like, oh, this is my game, I made it, it's super great, like you should play it, it's amazing. And like for me to do that just really like I said, I was like, I made this, you can, if you want you can, but it's up to you. You don't have to, but like I like it, and yeah, it's that's something I'm working on, and being able to like promote my own work without self-sabotaging in that way. And yeah, so thank you, Frank, and a lot of people who've like given me the American perspective. And this here, like doing a video, is part of me trying to find my own way of doing that, and like connecting personally to the audience without while still being myself. And yeah, I'm just gonna like try and be really, really honest, and yeah. So I know this has gotten a bit long and it's a bit thought scattered, but like I'm just like finding my way to like doing this, and I think I'm going to find a schedule, like maybe every 2 weeks. Every week's probably a bit much, like, but once a month will probably be, I lose the thread. So I think I'm going to try and every 2 weeks, like, do a video update and continue on from here. But like, it's starting to get dark, and that feels like a good amount for now. So thank you if you've listened to this, and I'm gonna focus on more like specific topics later. This is just like welcome to me doing videos, and if you'd like, please give money to my Patreon, and that will support me through to the point where I can make more games. And if you don't know my games, then like please play them. So there's some that are out for free, there's some that are on iOS, and some that are on PC, Windows and Mac, and like maybe more platforms one day, but like you see the situation, like it's it's not something that I've been able to like get together. And I think like right now my focus is going to be on making something new, because that like being creative like nourishes me, and doing that kind of maintenance and porting work like I find really draining. So I have to in the fatigue situation, I have to focus on doing primarily the work that like I'm going to feel energized by. But yeah, we're if you're interested in the games, then they're out there, you can play them. And if you've played as many as you want to, and you feel like you would have paid more for it, like here's a way, and I really appreciate it. Like thank you so much if you do, and thank you for listening.